All right, so I wanted to do a quick video on my tarot cards because I've been getting a lot of questions, a lot of concern, and people going like, I want you to do a reading on me, but if the death card or the devil comes out, then I'm going to freak out. So, um, first of all, I do not need anyone praying for me. I know some of you think this is witchcraft and satanic, and I mean, if that's what you believe, that's fine. If you were to really study tarot, you would learn that a lot of the symbolism in these cards are actually very Christian based. I do not associate, I'm not doing anything ill with ill intent when I'm using these cards. And I am going to actually show you some cards that have some Christian symbolism in them so you can see that like this is not all bad. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is the death card. Okay. The death card is the 13th card of the Major Arcana. It can symbolize the zodiac sign of Scorpio. But really, the death card does not mean that anyone's dying. It's a card of change and transformation. Scorpios are kind of known for kind of having to change and transform and rise from the ashes over and over and over again. So when you get this card in your reading, this is not a card of you're going to die. This is a card of change is coming or transforming. Something is closing out so something new can begin. If you look here, this is actually a dogwood flower on his flag. So those of you from East Texas in the dogwood country know the symbolism behind the dogwood flower and Christ. Another thing to remember, this card usually is depicted with kind of, grayer skies, but do you see the sun is coming up over the horizon? So this is sure things may feel, rough now, but the sun's coming up. New beginning is starting, there will be change. It will be uncomfortable, but something better is coming. The Tower card. Okay. So the Tower card is something that happens in your life that shakes things up. It's something sudden, it's unexpected, and it's really the universe's way of kind of setting you back on your path. It is the universe's way of steering you back in the right direction. So I like to think of this card as, and it can be something as simple as you not being true to yourself, to someone who maybe has some major things going on, like addictions, that it's saying, like, hey, I do believe that the universe throws things into your path continuously to test you, to see if you've learned your lessons. And if you're continuously not learning your lesson, the universe will come slap you with a tower moment. It just happens. It is not always a bad thing. I think some people know that their tower moments are coming, especially Scorpios or any water sign. You can kind of feel when something's coming. Now, this tower, if you see, lightning is striking. On some of the cards, the tower cards, people are being thrown from the building. In some cards, people are actually jumping from the building. So it can be a moment that has stressed you out so bad that you're jumping from this saying, I can't do this anymore, I'm on my knees crying. Or it could be something that hits suddenly, but it's kind of taking you without a choice. Like it's dragging you down this path so you learn your lesson. Because, sometimes we just get off track a little bit. Now, the thing about the tower is it's tearing everything down so it can be built back up. Okay? Now, the devil card. I know, everybody's like, oh no, it's the devil. This is not as negative as you would think. Okay, so this can be the card of Capricorn. And this card is probably the most common card I've seen here lately because people in general have this kind of dark side to them. And when I say dark side, I don't mean like a devil living inside of you. This can be a card of being bound to something. It could be being bound to a way of life. It could be addictions, alcohol, drugs, sex, gambling. This can be bad relationships, toxic relationships. If you notice, these people have chains around their neck. They're loose. They can take these chains off. So when you see this card, this is a card of being tied to something that might not be good for you. But knowing that you can take those chains off and unbind yourself. Okay. Now, because I know there's going to be some people, I'm going to put up some cards that kind of have some Christian symbolism, so I won't be on everyone's prayer list, because I know it'll happen. Let's see. I had another one out here, but I'm just going to stick with these to kind of keep the video short. Okay, so here is the Lover's card. This is the card of the zodiac sign of Gemini. If you notice, this is Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. The serpent is here. And there's an angel. Sorry, I don't want to like see myself here. There's an angel above them. They have not yet eaten the apple, or Eve has not yet eaten the apple. A lot of people associate this card with soulmates and love, but this is a card of choice to me. Eve has a choice to eat the apple. So when I see this card, this is a card of choice. Okay, the Judgment card. Now, if you notice, there is some symbolism here. Judgment is like kind of going to, this is also a choice in a weird sort of way, but I think about it in a reflective kind of way. When I see this card, I encourage people to look back on lessons they've already learned, look back on the past, and make sure that you are staying on track, that you're staying true to yourself and the things that you've learned. When the Judgment card comes up, this is kind of like, to me, a card of, hey, have you learned your lesson? Or do we need to send you a test? Do we need to send you a test to see that you've learned that lesson? Are you ready to move on to something higher? Are you ready to ascend? Now, this is a card of Five of Pentacles, and if you notice in the background, there's some pretty beautiful artwork in a stained glass window. Now, Five of Pentacles is usually a card of abandonment, sadness, feeling left out in the cold. This can also be a card of spirituality to me. If you notice, there are these two beggars or homeless people out in the cold, and there is light behind them. There's warmth behind them. There are resources behind them, and they're choosing kind of not to see it. So, I just wanted to kind of put this out here for all of you. I am starting my tarot card channel soon. I'm going to put this on my channel. This is going to be my first video. I'm going to try to start putting out videos for people daily. I'm going to do it at night after I'm home from school. I am going to start doing 33 readings, so that's $33.33 for readings from now until the end of the year. So if you want to do a reading, you can message me on Facebook, or you can message me at twoomoontarot@gmail.com. I'm also going to, I'm going to be giving away some gift cards to Amazon. I'm going to give away two $50 gift cards to Amazon once I reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So be sure to hit like and subscribe and click for notifications so you can get my videos when I post them. Thank you, and see you soon.